Okay, got the outer cover back on, as you can see, and neutral finders back on, kickstart. So what I did was I put on the shifter on the other side, and then I would just run the Kickstarter to run the transmission and try to shift through the gears just to get that the adjuster screw here correct. I was a little bit off with it, so I played with it a bit, and I was able to shift. You're able to shift, of course, with the neutral shifter up through the second, third, neutral, second, third, fourth. Can't get it into first, but that's okay, just to go up and down and work it through. So it's, I got it set up, and it worked out good. I had to loosen off the clutch completely in order to get enough slack in the cable to get the pivot arm connected to it and put back on. But got that all done, and then I retightened the clutch back up at the handlebar. Came back down and put some gear oil in to the gearbox. And just using, what do we got here? We got Motomaster from Canadian Tire, SAE 80W90. So it's just the gear oil I've always used on this bike. And extreme pressure gear oil, that's all it is. And it was just under 800 mils, and it's down to about 400 now, so I'm going to say somewhere around 375 mils or so before I started to see it come into the threads here on the side, not on the drain, on the level hole here. And closed everything, buttoned everything back up, looked underneath. I don't see any leaks at all on the gasket there, so I'll just keep an eye on it overnight and see if there's any drips or anything, but I don't think there is. It is interesting that once I put the gear oil in, and did the gear set ever get a lot quieter? I mean, all the gears have picked up oil, and I shifted up a bit as well so that the not only the lay shaft, which is in the oil, but the main shaft gears as well would pick up the oil. So here's neutral, and you can't hear a thing, right? So I'll shift up. There we go. So I've picked up the gear now. I think, what am I in? Third. And nice and smooth, as you would expect for a properly oiled gearbox. So I'm hoping that this works out well. Yeah, so that's that on this side. So I think I got it. Like I say, I'm going to put some, just put a couple of paper towels underneath it to see if anything drips overnight. And then tomorrow I'll start working on putting the primary back in. Then do an oil change on this baby. The battery's all charged up. Do the oil change. Put the battery in. Put some gasoline in the tank. I got some fresh gas in my can here. And take it out and give it a test run and see how it works. I'm hoping it works as good as I think it will. All right, onward and upward.